It's that time again as Iron Country brings you the Fishing Hole. Keep up to date with the latest products and learn fishing tactics from some of the best anglers across North America.
Let's give him a warm welcome this morning to the Fishing Hole 2014 National Freshwater Fishing Hall of Fame inductee Dale Stroschein. And this week's guest, we are going to introduce to you Larry Smith from Larry Smith Outdoors. We bring you another fantastic guest this week. It's legendary Al Linder on the Fishing Hole.
And my pleasure to be here, Jeff. Looking forward to it.
Here's your host, Hurricane Jerry.
Good morning. Hurricane Jerry with you as we talk fishing in the State Line area every Saturday morning at 7:20 a.m. here on Iron Country. 1019 and 1490. You can stream anywhere from your mobile device at ironcountry.fm, and make sure you download our Iron Country app, and you can listen anywhere from your mobile device or even from your desktop or tablet. And today's show is brought to you by the Rock River Bait Box in Fort Atkinson, your ice fishing go-to headquarters, the official Eskimo and Ion dealer with everything you need to enjoy your time on the ice. They've got Eskimo apparel like float suits, jackets, bibs, hats, gloves, also portable Eskimo flip shelters in stock, ready to go, as well as ice shack accessories, your St. Croix Elite dealer, your Acme Tackle outlet store. And don't forget, they've got Old Hickory utility buildings available, great assortments of live bait and tackle, and a better selection than your big box store, the Rock River Bait Box in Fort Atkinson. We are going to our last show of the year. Here it is, December 26th, and we've got Captain Kyle Wogslund of the Sturgeon Bay Charter Fishing with us this morning, and Kyle is a good friend of mine, actually a couple of good friends, Alex and Christine Gorski, and Alex got a hold of me and said, "Hey, you got to get us on," and because Alex is going to help helping you guys guide then, right, this winter?
Yeah, I'm really excited. Alex and Christine are going to be coming out and helping us guide for whitefish with people, see how much we can grow the business. We had one of the guys that's been with me for the last 13 years, since I got my captain's license, basically. He's been helping me on and off. Decided he's going to take this year off, and I asked Alex if him and Christine had any interest in helping guide for whitefish, and they jumped at another chance to get out on the water, or hopefully on the ice, I guess.
Right, you're right.
Is a better way of putting it.
Yeah, that's awesome. And tell us a little bit about your guide service and let's talk tactics and stuff for whitefish. I mean, it's been exploding, I guess you could say, the last 5 years, the white fishing up on the Great Lakes, especially the Bay area there in Sturgeon Bay. Talk a little bit about that and what you guys do and what you guys got for ice shacks and transportation out on the ice.
Okay. So basically, I own and operate SturgeonBayCharterFishing.com. We have a Facebook page, which is Sturgeon Bay Charter Fishing LLC. We have 2 walleye boats we run throughout the summer for trout and salmon for small groups, or for walleyes for small groups. We'll take up to 4 people for walleyes, up to 3 people for trout and salmon. And then in the wintertime, we end up doing whitefish. Basically, we've got 2 Polaris Rangers, 8 hard shacks, and some portables. And we try to keep it more of a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, maybe Monday thing. We can do other days for larger groups or corporate groups, but we try to keep it more hands-on. And there's up to 4 of us on the ice working at any given point. My 9-year-old and 12-year-old kids just love to be a part of it and come out and help. In addition, my 9-year-old's actually making walleye spinner earrings this year that she wants to sell on the ice because she's getting so involved in fishing, and kind of a family atmosphere. And then our buddy Luke, who's helped us from the beginning, is actually taking this year off, and Alex and Christine decided they'd jump in and help. So we're going to work together. We can take up to around 30 people at a time and work with them. But our biggest thing is we try to keep everything small and personable. Even we do everything from guided trips, fully guided, including lunch and a guide working with you. We try not to space our fully guided groups out more than one guide handling 2 or 3 shacks. And we also do rentals with or without gear. And
okay.
It's real economical. If you do the fully guided package, it's $125 a person, and it's for a full day. It includes a hot lunch and a guide working with you. Pretty much hands-on, where you can really learn the techniques. And then once people either have already done it and know what they're doing, or they do a few guided trips and learn the ins and outs, we do rentals where if you have all the gear and you just want us to bring you out there to our heated shack with the holes drilled, it's $50 plus tax per person. Or if you want us to provide the rods and reels and baits and minnows, it's $63.30 after tax per person. So we try to keep it real economical.
Yeah.
And then we also, because our kids are so involved in fishing, and we try to get other kids involved in fishing, any kids 12 and under are half price with an adult.
That's awesome.
We try to keep it fun. We want to be out there. We want to be having the fun. I got into this, about, I'd say 8-9 years ago, we started getting into it. Both my son was about 4 at the time. We started going with another guide that we work with in open water and now in ice fishing. And went out and had a few great times with him and kind of got hooked on it ourselves. And the more we started doing it, we built a couple shacks. And we said, well, shoot, we're out here every day. We might as well get into guiding. And we kind of took the plunge and bought a Ranger. And all of us got involved since then. And it's actually come a long ways since then. I mean,
yeah, you're growing.
Everyone used to fish with, bell sinkers and some single hooks floating around with wax worms or with a Swedish pimple and a slider hook above it. And we kind of worked with some other guides and learned some stuff on our own. And our primary way of fishing them now is pretty much with a jig and minnow with no slider, and it's a blast. You get a little bit bigger fish. They actually kind of thump the bait where you can feel them hit it and set the hook. A little bit more fight that way instead of just lifting up and down and then suddenly there's weight there. You actually feel them hit like a perch or a walleye. And we also do quite a bit with jig and rapalas tipped with wax worms and wax worms on the sliders. And I mean, that's our two primary ways of fishing, is either with a jig and wrap or with a jig and minnow. And now last year we started doing a lot with jig and plastic.
Mm-hmm.
Same jig and everything, just different plastics we were using on them. And it makes it a lot of fun. You can sit there and pick away at them all day and lose fish throughout the day because you're typically fighting them in 50 to 80 feet of water. So your hookup to landing ratio is not always the best.
Right, yeah.
And then you add in the current and a few guys in the shack. There's always some kind of adventure to be had.
That's awesome. Yeah, if you're just tuning in this morning, we got Captain Kyle with us from Sturgeon Bay Charter Fishing, who targets whitefish out on the Bay of Green Bay. And today's show is brought to you by Sullivan Tip Downs, made by skilled tool makers in Eau Claire, Wisconsin. You can like them on Facebook and watch on Mondays for a chance to win on Make Your Mondays Not Suck. Visit SullivanTipDowns.com. I almost got a sneeze here. Hold on. But all right, I think I'm good. Anyways, Kyle, what type? When you're fishing whitefish in this deeper water, you definitely probably braid is the way to go, right?
Absolutely. We use what is it? It's a Suffix ice braid, the Advanced Ice Super Line. We use the 6-pound line. I use a variety of rods and reels, but we end up tipping it or finish it off with a Suffix fluorocarbon. I like to use the 7-pound line just because you are down in the rocks and you get nicks and stuff, so I'd like it to hold up a little bit more. I know that's backwards compared to what we do with most things. Most things you want your braid to be heavier than your leader.
Right.
However, with it getting nicked up and everything, we just want it to hold up a little bit more. And then all of our rods that we use are St. Croix rods. I've grown really fond of the St. Croix Mojo Ice series.
Yeah.
We use a 28-inch ultralight and medium light rods, and we've gotten involved with the St. Croix guide staff and worked with them a little bit and really enjoy the rods. And I'm looking at a rack of about 70 of them right now that all need new leaders tied on for this year. So,
oh wow,
I'd say we bought into the St. Croix family.
I think you did. Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, that's a lot of rods there, and especially running a guide service and stuff. And I'm sure most of the guides I've been talking to, you're obviously prepared with the virus going on right now with the pandemic and COVID-19, and what proper procedures are you taking as a guide for this upcoming ice season?
This one was a tricky one coming in. We haven't 100% defined exactly what we're going to do. We want to, just like with the open water, we're going to be wiping off all the rods and reels. When we go from one group to another, we're going to wipe off the benches and handles and everything, the heaters in the shacks, and spray them with the disinfectant. I think us as guides, we're going to try to stick to wearing a face mask or a neck gaiter when we go in the different shacks, just because we are intermingling between different groups.
Right.
Hopefully, if we pick it up, we're not passing it on.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, this is, as the world's finding out right now, so new to everyone, I'm not certain what other precautions we can take at this time.
Right, yeah, yep.
We're lucky enough to have 2 Polaris Rangers, so we're going to try and keep our not combining of groups going when we're running them in and out, so hopefully we can keep groups separate from each other a little bit and still make good time getting everyone on and off the ice.
Right.
We're going to kind of wing it, to be quite honest.
Yeah, and just see where it goes.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Everyone's got such different opinions.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, that's no. Yeah, that's. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, we're
going to try and cover our bases and keep everyone separate and keep everything as clean as we can, and hopefully that's enough. Right.
Yeah, that's one thing too. You just said. Everyone's got their own opinion. Really, when you think about it, everyone's got their own different angle and look at it. And we just gotta hopefully this will hopefully be gone here in the next year or so. But it's amazing some of the guide service and some of the precautions they're taking. So yeah, definitely looking out for their customers first. You guys. Have a promotion going on. You want to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's still in the works. We're kind of letting the cat out of the bag a little early because we kind of did the preliminary stuff on it. What we're going to do is we are going to give away a 2-person fully guided ice trip. This is a $125 per person package. We're going to give it away through our Facebook page, Sturgeon Bay Charter Fishing LLC. And what we're going to do is Alex Gorski and I need to sit down and we're going to shoot a quick little video coming up here, kind of showing the Rangers and the rods and what to expect when you come out on a trip with us, show our meeting place off a little bit. And what we're going to do is we're going to ask people to like that post and like Sturgeon Bay Charter Fishing. And we're going to take that and gosh, I'm going to have to put the details in the post. I don't know if we're going to require them to share the post or not. I'm assuming we're going to do something like that. And we're going to do a drawing in just a couple weeks here and make it available for this season. I think the only limitations I'm really going to put on it is if you follow the criteria, I think we're just going to make it not available on a Saturday, make it available any other day since Saturday is kind of our busiest time. And we'll give them a free trip with one of our fancy hot lunches that are pretty... we put a pretty good effort into them. We have a bunch of sides. We have something hot, whether it's a hot beef and pork combination or brat patties and burgers or something, and we'll include that in there and all the bait, and we'll work with them to make sure they each get their 10 fish or at least a shot at their 10 fish, and take it from there. Yeah, there's nothing like a nice hot meal on the ice. I mean, there's just something about it. I don't know what it is, but yeah, it's just makes life is good when you can do that. And yeah, Kyle, I really appreciate you coming on the show. And again, check their Facebook page out, Sturgeon Bay Charter Fishing. You guys are on Facebook. You got a website at all or not? Yep, our webpage is www.sturgeonbaycharterfishing.com. And on there's pictures of the boats. There's a little bit of ice information, all the rates, and kind of gives you the gist of it. The package is available. The only thing that is not on there at this time is we offered last year an ice package for the people coming for 2 days that hadn't done it but want to get involved more. We offered, and we're going to offer it again. It's a 1-day fully guided trip followed by what we're going to call a 1-day semi-guided trip. Okay. So basically they'll get their 1 day fully guided just like you normally would with the hot meal and everything. The second day, they're still going to get quite a bit of guide time with them, but not quite as much, and it's going to include the hot lunch. With that, gosh, I can't remember the exact amount after tax. I think it comes to about $188 per person, and that's 2 days on the ice with everything included, the hot lunch, and that's not on the website, but we will gladly do that again. A lot of people really like that package. Boy, you've got a heck of a deal right there. Those are some really reasonable prices. And get on up to Door County and fish with Captain Kyle of Sturgeon Bay Charter Fishing. And again, thanks, Kyle, for coming on the show.
definitely appreciate it. And we're definitely going to talk